John here for ABC 10. I am here right outside Golden One Center, where just 45 minutes ago, the Kings made the announcement inside the arena that their game against the Pelicans tonight has been postponed tonight due to concerns of the coronavirus. There's still a lot of people here. A lot of people obviously frustrated. I spoke to somebody. He traveled all the way here from Rhode Island just to see this game. So a lot of people are frustrated. Obviously, rookie phenom sensation Zion Williamson was playing tonight. A lot of people were coming out here tonight to see him play. But once again, just a very frustrating scene here for all the fans that did come out and to watch this game. And for those that are just tuning in right now, the NBA has actually suspended their play for the season indefinitely until they receive more information as a result of what happened with Rudy Gobert earlier today, who plays for the Jazz, who did test positive for coronavirus. That has, obviously sent shockwaves through the NBA. So they're taking precautionary steps like they did tonight with suspending games. But as you can see, a lot of fans are still out here. A lot of fans are, upset. A lot of people traveled from all over to come and see this game. So a lot of people like this guy. You were inside, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you were a fan of the Kings?
Yeah.
Okay, what was your reaction when they said that they were going to cancel the game tonight?
I was just disappointing because I knew they were going to play today, but I know they postponed the season, but they were going to play tonight's game.
Exactly.
It was just frustrating.
It is very frustrating. A lot of fans were in there getting ready to see the Kings play.
Yeah.
So did you travel far to get here? Or?
No, I live in the area, but it's like half-hour drive, but still.
Yeah.
You get paid to get everything and gas and everything, parking.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So yeah, obviously a hassle. Really sorry about what happened, but great. Actually, I should probably fist bump you because of that. But yeah, as you can see, a lot of fans came out today to see the game. This was something that the NBA was doing as a precautionary. Obviously, earlier in the day with the Jazz and the OKC game, they suspended that right before tip-off because Rudy Gobert testing positive for coronavirus. It was about 30 minutes after that where the NBA said that they were going to suspend the season. As they continue to monitor this. However, the interesting thing is games today were still supposed to be played. So this particular game was still supposed to be played even though the NBA had made their announcement that they were going to suspend the season. So this was kind of a shock because we were all sitting inside there getting ready for the tip-off, but then maybe around 2 minutes before the start time, we noticed that people were not, the players were not on the court. And we also noticed that the American flag that was out there for the national anthem had went back in the tunnel. So you could kind of sense that something was going on there. We just didn't know at that point what it was. And then obviously they made the announcement beforehand that this game would indeed be suspended. But we've been talking to a lot of frustrated fans out here. A lot of people that traveled far just to see Zion play, to see the Kings play. And then somebody in here, Philip, says you heard about the ref. Yes. So apparently, or allegedly, we're still hearing reports of this, but apparently one of the referees that was officiating the game tonight had last officiated the Jazz game. Obviously, Rudy Gobert plays for the Jazz, so there was that correlation between a ref at this game and the ref, who was the same ref that refed the Jazz game where Rudy Gobert played for, who obviously tested positive for coronavirus today. So, Philip, you're 100% correct with that. We heard those reports. Any other questions out there? Nathaniel says ESPN reporting that the season has been completely suspended. Nathaniel, that is correct. ESPN did put that out today that they are suspending the season. For now, indefinitely. We don't know when it's going to come back up. We don't know if they're going to push back the NBA Finals to June until August or September. At this point, a lot of information is coming out. But yes, Nathaniel, at this point in time, it has been suspended. The NBA has been suspended. Michael says they should play on. Well, Michael, that a lot of people are saying that this should not prevent them from playing basketball. But, obviously NBA officials have been doing their due diligence, talking to the CDC, talking to medical experts to see what would be the best course of action. And I'm assuming that under the direction of the CDC, they felt this was the best thing to do. But once again, a lot of people are just extremely upset. People traveled from all over. Like I said, I spoke to somebody who traveled from Rhode Island to see the Kings play. I spoke to another little kid who traveled from another state to see Zion Williamson play. So as you can imagine, this is just sending a lot of frustration to fans and people in the area, but some people are understanding. Obviously this coronavirus is an epidemic that is affecting a lot of people, and it's starting to become widespread. So you do have to take precautions at a certain point in time, but you feel for the fans, you feel for the players, you feel for everybody involved. I mean, there's no correct answer. You just kind of, what the NBA is doing is they're listening to the CDC, they're listening to medical experts, and they're making the best decision based on the information that's given to them. So it obviously does have an effect on everything. A lot of you guys have heard about the NCAA championships, the men and women championships, that no fans will allow to go in there. It's basically just going to be personnel and the people. So also Coachella. There's other big concerts that I may be missing that have also been postponed in light of what's happening. So it's just a very unfortunate situation, but I think until this coronavirus is contained, you'll start to see a lot of organizations and associations kind of taking note from this. So, once again, I'm here for those that are just tuning in. I'm here right outside Golden One Center. The Kings versus Pelicans game tonight has been suspended due to concerns with the coronavirus. There was according to reports, there was a referee tonight who officiated the game, the Jazz's last game, where Rudy Gobert was playing. Rudy Gobert was the NBA player today that tested positive for coronavirus. So just a lot of residual things that are happening from that. Other leagues have taken suit as well. Bianca says, would have been nice to know before we got there. I know. Yeah. There was a lot of Kings fans that did travel here and wished that the Kings had made or the NBA had made this suspension or suspended this game prior to. But I think information was still coming in at that time of, about the correlation between the referee here that ref the Jazz game where Rudy Gobert tested positive. So there's a lot of information still coming out. I'm going to turn this around so you guys can get a look at kind of what's going on out here. There's still quite a few fans out here just kind of walking around. Looking, quite a lot of activity out here as well. But once again, the game tonight between the Kings and the Pelicans has been postponed due to coronavirus concerns. I'm going to turn this back around. I'm getting ready to get off here. If anybody has any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll definitely try to answer all the questions as soon as possible. But once again, this game tonight has been postponed. The NBA season has been suspended at this particular point in time until they can contain the coronavirus. Of course, the NBA is going to be consulting with CDC, with medical experts and others to figure out how and when they will be able to resume the season. But once again, I'm here right outside Golden One. This game was just announced that it was an hour ago. So we'll be out here tonight. I'll have a full report in LNT tonight on ABC 10. Feel free to tune in for that. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave them below. I will answer all those questions as soon as I get to it. I know a lot of people are asking questions about refunds from tonight's game. I don't know the answer to that at this point in time. I'm sure the Kings will put out a statement shortly. But once again, if you have any other questions, feel free to leave them below. I will be sure to get to those questions, answer them as soon as possible. Sophia says, what about refunds? Sophia, believe me, I feel you on those refunds. At this point in time, I don't know how the Kings are going to rectify that situation, but we will definitely keep you posted if we receive any information in regards to refunds and everything. So once again, guys, we're here right outside Golden One. I'll have a full report at 11 o'clock on ABC 10. If you have any more comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. We will answer them as quick and as soon as we can. But once again, the game tonight between the Kings and the Pelicans has been postponed until further notice.